I am so pumped up. Joining me now on the phone, Elvis Costello hasn't yet performed tonight. We're hoping he still will get a chance. Mr. Costello, I am such a huge fan. You're the first concert I ever went to was you for your Armed Forces album, What's So Funny About Peace, Love, and Understanding. You were going to play that tonight. I still hope you will. How are you? Where are you? What's going on?
I'm in my dressing room. We were told it was, they called the show, then everybody said, hold on a minute, we might be back on. So, and then I heard from friends. In fact, I heard from my wife and my boys, my wife, Donna Krall, and my boys, Dexter and Frank, were at home watching it on TV, getting ready to see Dad on TV. And they said, Barry Manilow is on TV talking about you and Burt Bacharach. And I thought, what? Admittedly, Alison, I have to tell you, when Barry and I were at show business school together back in the 70s, we were taught in class there how to deal with the unexpected, such as this. But I literally have a Barry Manilow musical box on my shelf that plays I Write the Songs. Whenever I'm looking for inspiration,
is that right? Really?
No, I'm really saying that with all sincerity. Yeah. So, to hear him praise the work that I was fortunate enough to do with Burt Bacharach is amazing. Because I saw him, just at rehearsals yesterday, and I think there's nothing worse than getting into your first number. A lot of us have been in the situation where some unforeseen weather event happens, and they have to, for safety's sake, get you and most importantly the audience off the stage. This show obviously is bound to raise questions about whether this is good or bad, and we obviously just want everybody to get home safe. That's the main thing. The technicians and there is, after all, a big old storm coming this way, so we have to make sure that those people get the stage down. But if there's a way we can go and play a few tunes to bring it to some sort of musical conclusion, that would probably be great. Let's see what happens, But yeah. I was so excited when Barry mentioned the collaboration, because guess what? I can tell you we're going in the studio next month to make a couple more sides together. So how great is that?
Wait.
Barry predicted. You heard it first.
And Burt Bacharach?
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome. I remember when you did that. Yeah. It was such an interesting collaboration and unexpected, I think, for a lot of people. That's
only if you kind of get the idea that he's over here and I'm over there.
Right.
We love songs that tell a story and have a lot of feeling. I heard Bert's songs since I was, you won't mind me saying, since I was a child. And yet the first song by anybody else that I ever sang was on stage as a professional musician was one of his. Mm. I wrote my own songs, and I still do. And, it's something that carries you through your whole life. I go back to that. And that record we made 20 years ago, our collaboration began 25 years ago now. So it's very exciting. But, I'm fortunate because I have a band, the Imposters, that have, three of us began playing together 43 years ago. In a couple of weeks' time, we have the first record that the Attractions, the band we were called that then, we are now the Imposters. That record, This Year's Model, was my second album, the first one with the Attractions. That is coming out in 2 weeks' time with an entirely new cast of singers.
Oh, that's awesome.
We have finally, after 43 years, worked out the thing that was holding that record back from its success, which was my voice. and we took my voice off the record, and we have replaced it with a cast of incredible Latin artists singing the songs adapted into Spanish. Now, you probably think that was maybe something in that other cocktail that you had a little while ago, but I'm telling you, Anderson, this is true. This is called Spanish Model. You heard it here first, Spanish Model, and it's Pump It Up and Radio, Pump It Up done by Juanes, Radio by my friend Fito Paez, an incredible version of I Don't Want to Go to Chelsea from Rocco Sofia from Puerto Rico. The musicians are from all over the Spanish-speaking world, and they are the original backing tracks, remixed by my friend Sebastian Kreis, the original Attractions backing tracks that you liked when you were a kid, heard with a brand new coat of paint brought by a group of new friends. So there, you're hearing some exciting showbiz, showbiz, exclusives tonight. We've not just got a show that's come to a grinding halt. I'm wildly filling here with you, Anderson, wildly filling the space with exciting new information, No, but really, seriously, I hope that, people need to get in out of the rain, and if we can play a few things, I mean, I reckon it's me and Barry at the piano singing the hits in an hour.
That would be amazing. I mean, I just would love the idea of, whatever was planned, kind of rejiggering it for whoever is still there and mixing and matching and just see what comes of it. I mean, that would be just an incredibly exciting night.
I have to be honest. Can I be completely frank with you? These
Please.
Things make me very nervous because you're doing a couple of songs that you would normally do at the end of a 2-hour show, and it's extremely easy to get yourself in the frame of mind that you can almost think yourself out of playing well. And when I heard John Batiste up there just letting fly a couple hours ago,
he was great.
He was terrific. When I heard, you've got the New York Philharmonic, and you hear Mr. Pacelli singing, and then you hear Jennifer Hudson sing.
Oh, my God.
Nessun Dorma. This is a song that people like to think they can sing in the shower because they heard Pavarotti sing it. If you recall, when Pavarotti became unwell and couldn't sing at the Grammys, Aretha Franklin sang it at one day's notice, and it was an astonishing performance. So for, of course, Jennifer Hudson to be singing that song as the film about Aretha's life has just come out, I felt like she was singing it with such a feeling, like it was a really beautiful thing to hear her sing a song that we all wish we had a big enough voice to do.
I mean, listening to her perform was just extraordinary, and then she sort of, kept going, taking it to another level. It was incredibly moving. No,
she was great. And, we've got to treat these circumstances. I mean, I have, an infamous, my very first time on television back in 1977. I actually was on Saturday Night Live. I hope you don't mind me saying that. It's a different network. But
no, I love that. That was Saturday Night Live when it was. I mean, that was key.
And
Saturday
on the spur of the moment, I didn't play the number.
Oh, I remember this. Wait a minute, you stopped. You stopped the whole thing.
I sort of believe that there is a curse that follows me around when it comes to live television. If you want your television show to go out of control and basically lose all continuity, Clive Davis, who was our gracious host tonight, might have been the one thing.
You're the to blame. But wait a minute, I remember
it's really my fault that all of this has gone wrong.
But why was it that you stopped it? You didn't like the way it was sounding, and you switched to a different song, didn't you?
Well, it was, like I say, that song was telling a tale then. Now our friend Fido Paez is telling it in Spanish. You'll hear that at the end of this week. It's coming out on Friday. You'll hear his version. He tells a totally different story. And I said, feel free. These songs are here to be played. You put some love into it, sing it the way you hear it now. He wrote a completely new lyric.
Wow.
So, those of you that speak Spanish, and have subtitles, the video, so you can watch that. I ran into Cynthia Erivo just before everything sort of went crazy. And she was just coming by me in the hallway, and I said, you sure you want to be going on and singing Don't Rain on My Parade? Are you sure you don't want to rethink that right about now? Because it was starting to, drizzle a little bit.
Well, Barry Manilow was about to sing I Made It Through the Rain.
And she was going to follow him with Don't Rain on My Parade.
I know.
And then I was up, I think, after that. So I said, really, between us, we have probably brought the curse on this show. Never mind, people's emotion in this moment. Let's just think for the future of positive. You got to love everybody that's here, love everybody that came out. If you didn't feel right about coming, I'm not judging you. Let's just get together.
Yeah.
I think John's message is very much get together. He said, come on, we got to get at it. We got to get at it. There are some very heated opinions, and we just got to calm it all down and just move on through. So that's the only reason I'm here. I want everybody to get home safe, including me. I want to get home to the family as soon as this rain pulls off. If we get to sing a few songs, that'd be great.
Yeah, well, you know? It would be great. And I appreciate talking to you so much. And just one of the things I appreciate about you just as an artist is just the level of quality that you have consistently performed at, and the sort of the changes you have made. From album to album, it's always something interesting and often unexpected, and it's just been a pleasure to watch from afar and to listen to all that you do. So I really appreciate you talking.
Well, Anderson, I appreciate what you say. The thing that's been key this time that we've had when things haven't been very like we recognize them is time with your family. You might have lost friends, you might have lost family. You might still feel very fearful. For myself, I feel very lucky. Music has kept me going. We've made 4 records while we've been in this position, and not one of them is a song of self-pity. Everything has got life in it, and we have 2 more records after the one I told you about that are coming out in the early new year, and we've got to get going and pick ourselves up and be of good cheer, and hopefully, like, the ill feeling between people will eventually see some place where we can look each other in the eyes and stop all this hatred.
Yeah.
And it's a strange week to be asked to sing Peace, Love, and Understanding. There are unanswered questions that we all have in our minds about what the way the world is going and the things that are happening and what is happening, this and that and the other. But just hold your breath for a minute, hold your judgment on your fellow human, try to love each other, and I've got to believe in that, because what else am I going to tell my boys? My boys were very proud of me going out to do this. And hopefully, if we get to sing a song, that'll be a nice end of the evening. So Dexter and Frank, if you're watching this still, Dad's coming home soon. All right?
Well, I'm sorry.
Did
you say Gus and Frank? Is it
Dexter and Frank?
Oh, okay.
Dexter,
Excellent.
Like
I love that
Gore.
name.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I wish them the best. I wish you the best.
And New York, and they're New Yorkers, so they are supposed to be here.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right. Well, I hope to see you soon. All right. Hope to see you on the stage soon. Take care. Bye bye. Elvis
Me
Costello,
too. Bye bye.
legendary.